Hello. Thanks for saying hi. Sorry, I'm concentrating a little hard right now. Concentration. Concentration is the game. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. For me, it's very early in the morning in California. This usually is my gym time, but I'm trying to be better about rest days. So today is an active rest day, which means I'll probably just take the dog out for a few walks, but don't think I'm gonna hit the weights today. So might as well rhinestone a Labubu. Go live and rhinestone a Labubu. So this is the Labubu for a friend of mine that I'm working on right now. They requested pink for their stones, so we are delivering pink stones. So this is the back. This is how she's looking. And now I'm gonna work on bringing the pattern to the front. And sorry, it's very early, so I still have my morning voice on because I haven't talked to anybody yet. I'm talking to you. I said good morning to my dog, but that's about it. Okay, so let me remind myself of the pattern. So we're going dark Barbie pink to light Barbie pink to pink pink to light pink. So dark Barbie pink, and we did big stones, but I think we're gonna do little stones. So dark Barbie pink, and then about here is where okay, so let's just get started. So sometimes you gotta move their little arms out of the way. Get in there. Make our little outfit. So these Labubus have little outfits, but I also have, fully encrusted Labubus. So I have this one. This is the first one that I made. And so I have another one that I'm gonna be covering in blue Swarovski crystals. So that's gonna be this weekend. I'm gonna work on the blue Swarovski crystal Labubu. But for now, we're working on the pink Labubu for my friend JP, who is another local performer. They also were my showrunner for my live show. So this is also a thank you for all of the hard work that they did for me that night. I could not have pulled off that show without their hard work. So this Labubu is a thank you because I'm grateful for my friends and for all the hard work that they do for me. So yes, live show. Why did I have a live show? I had a live show because I have a podcast. It's called Series of Fortunate Events. Since the live show, the episodes have not been coming out as regularly as they were all year. I'm so sorry about that. If you're a friend of the pod, I'm so sorry. I've just been a little overwhelmed. And I worked so hard towards that live show for months and months and months and months. And I still have a day job to maintain and a dog to take care of and a life to maintain. So, and attempting to have some kind of love life. So it's been a little sporadic for the last few weeks, but I did record an amazing episode a couple days ago with a new guest. So I'm going to be editing that together today. It was actually such a good episode. I'm going to go back to my fun editing days where I used to put a lot of attention into the edit, because we do a lot of references and a lot of callbacks and a lot of like just fun references, basically. And so I want to get all the visuals for all those references edited in. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but that's fine because good things are worth it. Um, so I'm going to work on that today. I also like to bake. And I've been trying to work on some macro-friendly, gym-friendly baked goods. And so I'm going to go back down that path again this week. I'm working on a pistachio high-protein cheesecake bar recipe. So I'm going to be working on that. I'll probably go live and work on that with whoever wants to hang out with me on live. And yeah, so that's a little bit of the content for this week. I'm also working on the search for my next rotating co-hosts. So I actually need to film some promos for that, but I already have some amazing potential people that want to jump into the rotation of co-hosts. So I might not even need to do that many auditions, but I still think it would be fun to audition people to be a podcast co-host. So if that's something that you've ever wanted to try out, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm going to be auditioning co-hosts very, very soon. I've always had a guest-driven podcast. I love to interview people. I love to play games with people. But I also, for a while this year, had some help with the booking, and that really helped a lot. But I'm no longer working with that production assistant. And so I've also just come to a point that like I don't want to depend so much on guests. Don't get me wrong, I want to keep interviewing guests, but I don't want to depend on guests. And so I would love to have a rotation of co-hosts, a few people that we get to know over time. And so then that way, like the language is already kind of there. You can build out those like inside jokes. When stories are developing, we can, you know, kind of like keep track of them together. And so I think that would be fun. And it'll just help me maintain consistency with the output of the show, which is like a big goal of mine this year. I really was trying to put out one podcast every week. And for the last few weeks, again, after the live show, it just became impossible. I also just burnt out a little bit. I was doing a little too much. Team too much, overachiever over here. And it was just literally affecting my day job. And so I had to kind of take a minute and be like, you know what? Not trying to lose my job. So the podcast had to take a little bit of a back seat for the last few weeks. But I feel really bad because I have dedicated friends of the pod and I love my podcast. I've worked so hard on it for the last 8 years, on and off. And so I just want to keep that baby growing and going. So that's where my search for a co-host comes in so that we can go back to having some consistency. Hello, hi, thank you for saying hi. So yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of yapping away. Just a little yapper sometimes, which is why I have a podcast. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I kind of freestyled her front a little bit. Her back is a little bit more symmetrical. The front, because she has a rounder belly, I kind of just had to use a range of size of stones, just kind of like for the look and feel. But she's, you know, it's couture, right? It's couture, darling. It's one of a kind. That is one thing about my Labubus, is that they're all one of a kind. Okay, so this is the Labubu that I customized for my personal trainer. I'm actually giving her to her tomorrow. So I'm so sad. I'm not going to have her anymore. But I love her. And I actually am going to order a new set of Labubus to do more Labubu customizing. And so this pattern and this styling, I'm gonna have to do it again because I just love her so much. I'm gonna be so sad to give her away. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying I'm creative. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's keep working on our Labubu before the glue dries too much. So we're gonna add another layer of this Barbie pink under it. And then we'll transition to our light pink. I think I have enough. So we are using E6000. And it's good to let it dry a tiny bit, not too much because then it's just dry. But if you let the E6000 sit for a tiny bit, it becomes a little more tacky and less liquidy. And that's just better for your stone placement because you're going to have more precise stone placement. But you also, once it starts getting tacky, like right now we're in that tacky phase, you want to work fast because tacky is just one step away from dry. So right now we are very quickly popping our rhinestones on, and yes, we have just enough to get connected. Beautiful. And then let's see the other side. We're going to connect this side under here. No, wait, no. One and two, and then one more and three. So now I'm not wasting my time to make anything look better. I am being creative. And thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Oh, sweetie, I have a job. I work from home. Actually, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go log on to my job. I actually have a job. I have a podcast. I have a life. It's called being human. But thank you. Thank you for the engagement. I love you.